What's up all you lads and ladies? Welcome to another fascinating video in the world of Reddit. If you liked the video, post your favorite Reddit comment below, and I'll give you a shout out in my next video. Thanks to Greg Jiggity in my last video who commented that Reddit is life. Hope you enjoy this video about life-saving facts. What is a fact that can possibly save your life? When having a heart attack, you don't swallow aspirin, you chew it. Is this real? Gets to the bloodstream faster through the walls of the mouth. Then why don't people always take it that way? Besides, I assume the powder inside tasting bad. Exactly, it tastes like doo-doo. This is true, but also most aspirin is enteric coated so it doesn't dissolve until it gets past your stomach. Regular use of non-enteric coated aspirin can irritate your stomach walls and cause bleeding. Your intestines can handle it better due to the mucus coating. Do not delay getting out of a burning building. The flames are not what will kill you. The smoke will get very thick and toxic very quickly and you will not be able to see the way to get out. Stay low and go, go, go. The oxygen is down near the floor. And don't think a handkerchief over your face will do it. A wet towel can help in tandem with staying low. Keep the smoke from burning your lungs. But yay, it's not like you'll be able to just walk out normally doing that. Maybe not your life, but someone else's. Most drowning is silent. The victim quite literally cannot speak to call for help, as they are too desperately trying to get any air at all. Drowning can look simply like a person bobbing in the water until they no longer come back up. Keep a watch out. Especially if it's kids. If you ever almost drowned to the point of throwing up water or passing out, even if you feel 100% fine, get to a hospital. Your lungs can unwittingly self-fill up with fluid over the next few hours. Secondary drowning is no joke. More people definitely need to be aware of the dangers. Secondary or delayed drowning happens when a child inhales water into his or her lungs, causing inflammation or edema, swelling. The edema can occur hours or even days after the initial contact with water. Death from delayed drowning is due to swelling of the small air sacs in the lungs, preventing oxygen from entering the bloodstream. Some info. This is a New Zealand specific one, but all emergency numbers work here. The official number is 111. But 999,911,000, etc. will all work. This is so that tourists can still reach emergency services easily. I've just recently moved to NZ from the States and have been constantly worrying that I'll forget the new number in a time of crisis. So this is so comforting. I love this place. Chest compressions are important regardless of mouth to mouth. Keep going when, not if, you break their ribs too. It's going to feel really gross, but it happens. If you're in a group, swap out when you get tired. If you're alone, keep going until you physically can't or until emergency services arrive. And of course use the BGs. Staying alive to keep the tempo LOL. If you smell a fish smell in your house. Some people also report a urine-like smell. For no reason. 9 times out of 10 it means there's an electrical fire. I actually was the hero in this situation. Was visiting my sister a number of years back. Hanging out on her couch. Smelled a smell of urine, with a bit of dead fish mixed in. I asked her what that was. She answered, "It's been here for weeks. We think a rat or squirrel got trapped in the walls." That didn't sound right to me. A dead animal would smell different. And for whatever reason, I googled smells like urine. Electrical fire was the first answer. So, I sniffed all around the room. And found it was coming from the plug of an old lamp. Unplugged it. Odor vanished. Instant hero. Good on you. I didn't know they could last for weeks though. Bad outlet could be toasting the wall and insulation. Think of when you burn paper and it blackens and smokes, but often doesn't start to fire. If you get impaled or stabbed, leave the object in and call 911, or your country is equal. That object is keeping all the blood on the inside of your body. If the wound is still bleeding, wrap cloth around the impaled object to try and stem the flow of blood. You can look up how to do a donut wrap. It's super quick and easy. If your cloth saturated with blood, cover it with another. Never take off a bandage. Why shouldn't you take off the bandage? The blood will already be in the starting stages of clotting with the original cloth, and removing it will cause a resurgence in flow. Oh okay, thanks for the advice. Also, try not to get impaled or stabbed. If you are ever buried in rubble, earthquake, tornado, building collapse etc., don't shout. You'll lose your voice and waste energy. Instead, grab a piece of rubble and knock in patterns of 3s. Humans are expert pattern makers and pattern noticers. Rescuers will hear the distinctive pattern sound and go toward it. Once you can hear people, then use your voice. Try and stay near pipes, radiators and bang them. Make sure you try and get trapped with a pipe nearby. Handcuff yourself to some pipe work now and await the collapse of the building. All buildings fall down eventually, you just need to be patient. If someone is in trouble and you want to leap in to save them, make sure you have a way to get out yourself. I recently saw a video of a drowning man. Another man jumped in to try and save him. Instead both drowned. I've seen several news stories of someone getting stuck in a riptide and their family goes to save them and then they all drowned. Related, if you're caught in a riptide, swim sideways parallel to the shore. Riptides aren't very large horizontally, so it doesn't take a lot of swimming to get out of the current. From there you can get back to shore. When I was 10, a friend and I got stuck in a riptide in Mexico. No one else on the beach and no lifeguards. It is still the single most terrifying moment of my life. We didn't know what was happening and would swim to shore only to get dragged back out. We started getting tired and it was harder and harder to stay above water. Thankfully we started swimming sideways by luck and made it out. We ended up getting dragged through rocks near shore because we were too exhausted to stand. I came extremely close to death that day. To this day, some 20 years later, I won't go in the ocean deeper than my hips. If a tornado looks like it isn't moving, it's heading right towards you. I've never been in one, but apparently if one is near it sounds like a train. There's a video of an old man recording an EF4 tornado as bears down on his house. The sound of it is absolutely horrific. If you get kidnapped, try to leave as much traces of yourself behind as you can. For example, leave bits of clothing behind or scratch your arms a lot to leave dead skin behind. This way you increase your chances that a search dog could pick up your scent and find you. I watched a crime show once where the victim left her hair everywhere in her abductor's car. She kept pulling single strands of hair out. When she was taken to the house of the person who took her, she pulled more hair out, touched everything she could to leave fingerprints behind, and even licked multiple places in his house. She managed to escape and they found evidence of her all over his car and house. Slam shut case. I wish I could remember her name so I could look her case up. This happened for real? Goddamn. Good on her for being cunning. Different case. Big Kate Moyer, who survived being abducted and raped by a serial killer couple in Western Australia, hid items in their house where they took her. She escaped the house and was able to lead police there and prove she had been there. The couple had murdered 4 women before her. If your car goes into the water, open the door or roll down the windows immediately. If you don't, the pressure differential will hold them shut and you'll have to wait until the car fills up with water. But then my interior will get wet. Have you tried putting it in rice? Life pro tip. Keep rice in your car. If it goes underwater, the rice will absorb it all and keep you from drowning. And as a bonus you can eat the rice later. The salt water will moisten your rice and get them salty, eliminating the need for soy sauce. For a free meal, fill your car with rice and drive off a bridge. That's why you bring paper towels with you. Double check advices in this thread with your own research. Probably the best advice in this thread. Let me check that. All firearms are loaded. Even if they are not, they are. Make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell like it owes you money. Remember to post your favorite Reddit comment from the video for a chance to be featured in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic video about life advice. Show a small channel some love by liking and subscribing. Take care. Pip pip cheerio. Much love from me, Matt British.